Good afternoon, everybody. We're going to be working on page 84 today, lesson 17, and we're going to be focusing on finding a difference in two different ways, using number bonds to decompose the total. And what we're going to have to find here is we're going to have to subtract, but you're going to find pretty quickly that we can't subtract unless we find an improper fraction. So I'm going to work on just a couple of different problems with you today, B, C, D, and E. And I'm going to work with B and C with you and have you complete D and E on your own. So I'm going to rewrite this so that you see it in two different colors. So we have 1 3/8, and we are subtracting 7/8. Okay? You should see right away that we do have common denominators here, which makes it easy. However, we have 3 subtract 7. We can't do that. We don't have enough dots in our numerators, enough discs. However, we do have this whole. And we're going to use that whole in order to make an improper fraction so that we can subtract here. So what we need to realize is that this whole is a fraction. And so we are going to have to know that this whole represents 8/8. And you're like, whoa, how did you get 8/8? Well, this denominator is telling me that. That eighth, I know that when we have a whole next to it, it is always going to be the denominator, that 8/8. So now we have 8/8. I am going to place 3/8 right next to it. And now we broken up that whole in 8/8. We have 3/8, and we're going to add it. And you're going to see real quickly why we're going to do that in the first place. So let's add these, and now we have 11/8. So now I can subtract 7/8. Right? Now I have enough. I have 11 here. I can now subtract 7, and now we're able to complete this subtraction problem by decomposing the mixed number to an improper fraction. It's the opposite of what we did last homework lesson. So we have 4/8. Okay, and that is our answer here. 4/8. And the only way that we were able to do that is decompose our mixed number. Okay, perfect. So let's go to the next one, C, because I told you I was going to work with, I was going to do this twice so that you could see it. We have 1 1/4, subtract 3/4. And again, you should see pretty quickly that we do have common denominators. However, our numerators, they don't work for us. We have 1 subtract 3. We cannot do that. We do not have enough discs to subtract. So you should see pretty quickly that we have to decompose this mixed number. So let's decompose it. Maybe remember, it's breaking that up. And this whole I know is 4/4. How do I know it's 4/4? This denominator, 4th, is telling me that it is 4/4. So we bring down that 4/4, decompose. We bring down the 1/4 here. And now we add them, because then we'll have that mixed number. And now we bring down the 3/4 and subtract. And now we have a subtraction problem that does indeed work for us, because we have 5, we can subtract 3, and now we're able to solve this subtraction problem. And again, that's really funny, it is 2/4 again. Well, not again, actually, sorry. I was thinking halves, because 4/8 is a half and 2/4 is a half. Just different halves. So we'll get 2/4 here. So the name of the game is when we can't subtract these numerators and we have mixed numbers, we need to decompose that mixed number to make it an improper fraction. I know that sounds a bit confusing, but it makes a lot of sense when we finally get a subtraction problem that works for us, such as 5/4 and 3/4, or 11/8 and 7/8. Okay, so I would like for you to complete D and E on your own, decomposing that mixed number so we can subtract today. All right, I hope this lesson was simple and clear for you to be able to solve for tonight.